Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, there lived a young boy named Jack who dreamed of becoming a brave knight. Jack spent his days practicing with a wooden sword and studying the art of chivalry. Despite his young age, Jack was determined to become a knight and protect his kingdom from any harm that may come its way. He trained tirelessly every day, learning how to use his sword, ride horses, and show bravery. One day, news arrived that a nearby kingdom was in trouble. A fierce dragon had kidnapped the princess and taken her to its lair. The king of the kingdom offered a reward to anyone who could save the princess and defeat the dragon. Jack saw this as his chance to prove himself as a brave knight. He begged the king to let him go on the mission, but the king hesitated. Jack was young and inexperienced, and the mission was dangerous. But Jack wouldn't give up. He spent days preparing for the journey, gathering supplies, and practicing his swordsmanship. Finally, the king relented and allowed Jack to join the group of knights on the mission. They rode on horseback for days until they reached the lair of the dragon. The dragon was massive, with scales as black as coal and eyes that glowed like fire. The knights were terrified, but Jack was determined. He rode forward alone, his wooden sword held high. The dragon let out a deafening roar and breathed fire at Jack. But Jack was quick and agile, dodging the flames and striking the dragon with his sword. The other knights joined in, and soon they had the dragon surrounded. But just when they thought they had won, the dragon grabbed the princess with its claws and flew off into the sky. Jack knew he couldn't let the dragon get away, so he climbed onto his horse and chased after it. He rode through valleys and over mountains, never once losing sight of the dragon. Finally, he caught up to it and leapt onto its back. The dragon was surprised and began to buck wildly, trying to shake Jack off. But Jack held on tight and struck the dragon with his sword. The dragon roared in pain and dropped the princess. Jack caught her and carried her to safety. The kingdom celebrated their victory, and the king rewarded Jack for his bravery. He was knighted and given a real sword, and from that day forward, he was known as the brave little knight who had saved the princess from the fire-breathing dragon. Jack had proven to himself and the world that even though he was young and small, he had the heart of a true knight. He had shown that bravery isn't about being fearless, but about facing your fears and doing what's right, no matter how scared you may feel. And so, he continued on his journey to become the greatest knight the kingdom had ever known, knowing that nothing could stand in his way as long as he had courage and determination. As the kingdom celebrated the defeat of the dragon, Jack sat quietly in a corner, feeling a mixture of pride and happiness. He was proud of himself for saving the princess and defeating the dragon. And so, he continued on his journey, learning and growing with each new challenge that came his way. He knew that there would be more dragons to defeat and more bandits to fight, but he also knew that with courage and determination, he could overcome any obstacle that stood in his way.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more fun and educational content.